Hi, I'm Mark from Mark the Cyberbeast. As you know, I'm a 35-year truck owner, and my Tundra had some nice big wide mirrors to see the back, especially while towing. The Cybertruck has an option for you to easily remove your side view mirrors. So you're probably asking yourself, Mark, why did you do something so silly? And that's a good question. Well, I really became more inclined when I was backing up early on when I had this truck. If you can see over here, we have a nice magnolia tree over there, and I kind of backed up and I was going probably a little fast, and this bottom plastic piece kind of cracked off and the clip right there kind of broke off. So basically I didn't like the way that looked, and I looked around for a part, but they only sold the top portions, not the bottom portions. So what I decided to do was to try a side view mirror delete. Now, in this episode, what we're going to talk about is how to do this properly, your 3 options you have with doing the side mirror delete, and my opinions on it, and the laws about it, etc. So, now that you know what we're going to be talking about, and you know why I decided to do this a little sooner than expected, because I broke it, and everyone wanted a lot of money. I went to a couple of people who had some junked Cybertrucks, and they wanted like, $500 for this. I tried coming down, like, can you $250, $275? Nope. So I wasn't going to spend, that kind of money on these. And I like the look, I like the functionality, but the reality is I tried it without, and it just looks too damn sexy. So one of the reasons why I took it off is because, as you know, I did the mirror polish, and I had to take it off to really get in there with the wheel and make it look good. So I wanted to try it out for several weeks without the side view mirror to get used to it. And this is what I encourage people to do is, number one, first check with your state. And most states allow you to remove your side view mirrors as long as you can see 200 feet back with your rear view mirror. And because we've got those cameras, guess what? You can easily see back 200 feet. So what you'll find out in almost every state, side view mirrors are actually optional, but always check your state, okay? Now, so I found out first it was legal. Second thing I needed to do was figure out how to remove it, and then figure out what I was gonna put here in its place, because it's opened. You don't wanna just leave it exposed. So, this actually comes off pretty easy. You may have seen some other videos. We're just going to do this very briefly, just so you know. You don't have to go switching around videos on how to remove this. So this is my broken one. I'm just going to put it right here. And I just temporarily put in this passenger side one over here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to come around, and there's 2 places in here that you're going to need to know about, okay? First, this rubber piece, what you'll find out, it's just that pops right into this hole, just pulls right off. Just yank this thing right off. There's 1, 2, 3 little rivets in here. Just yank it off. You're not going to break anything. So take that off, okay? What you're going to find is that there's 3 Torx screws, and these are T40 bits, T40 bits. There's 3 of them in here. And as we talked about, we're going to have links for everything down below, so always check down below. I keep this in my truck at all times, simply because almost everything in here, if it's not a bolt, it's a Torx bit. So always have your Torx bit in your truck at all times. So your T40 is going to take that right off, all 3 of them. Now, the other thing is you're going to have over here, this is going to be closed up. I'm not going to close it, but the plastic door, okay? And you press down, this thing pops open, and this wire is going to be plugged right into here, just like this, okay? And what you're just going to do is press on this little nipple portion right here, press on this and pull up, it comes right off, okay? So right there, it is a push and pull. And when it's closed, it looks just like this, okay? And you just press down at the top and pop open the door, okay? Once you go ahead and unplug that harness and remove these 3 Torx bolts, I should say, here, here, and here, there's 3 of them. You'll see a blue coating on the end. That's a form of Loctite. Use your T40 bit. This just pops right off. So now you can put this to the side, come back to it, because you might want to put it on another day. and you've got now an open spot here. So you need to cover this up. Now there's 3 options you have for this. We're going to talk about one that I opted not to do, but we're going to talk about it. The link for this one is also going to be below. Now, what they have you do is, out of wood, put a piece of wood here, okay, and use not the same bolts. I mean, you can, but you're better off using screws, and screw in a small piece of wood right here. And then on Amazon, they sell these, and it comes in a little plastic case, kind of like this, kind of like credit card size, okay? And basically what you do is, what you're gonna find out, I'm gonna scoot around this side, is that this fits on here almost exactly. I mean, it's like a perfect fit. I'm not sure if it was on purpose or not. So what they have you do is you put a piece of wood there, put some screws in there, shave it so it's just under the flush portion of there, and they have you glue this to the wood. Now, it does kind of blend in. It's nice and flush, but the problem I have with it is that there's no rubber seal. They don't talk about a rubber seal. You could probably put some kind of rubber piece underneath here before you glue it, but my concern is any water intrusion coming on in there. So that is one of the reasons why I didn't like it. Plus, I just don't like the whole wood concept. Some people have done it though. It's cost effective. It will take a few hours of your time though. That is option number 1. It's definitely a DIY type of setup. Now the other option you have comes off of Etsy. And there's a gentleman who makes these 3D printed ones. He gives you two pair, one in this silverish gray, and another one in black in case you've done a black wrap. And the cool thing about this, see, it's got a nice carved out edge right there. And that just basically slides right in, whoop, just like that. Now the problem what you're gonna run into, if you take this on and off a couple times, which is what I did, let's scoot around the other side, is that the plastic will start kind of breaking apart. Okay, so if you put it in there and leave it, you'll be fine. But if you put it on and off more than 2 times, what you're gonna find out is the plastic will start kind of breaking apart. Now, if you have someone with a 3D printer, or you have a 3D printer, and you can find this part, I do like it because even when you put this back on in here and cover it up, because it's got that C-type edge to really kind of cover it, I haven't noticed any intrusion of water in here. This is a pretty good cost-effective workaround. It's about 50 bucks. Works pretty well, but it's plastic, and you've got a truck that is stainless steel. It is very manly. It's very tough and rugged. So Cybertruck, which is an American-made product, American company, has these 2, and they are designed to go right in here. And it's actually, this is my first time installing it, and I'm taking these other ones off and putting these on to go ahead and put this on. Now the cool thing is, it looks like these are designed per side. Yes, you'll see the cutout edge right there goes right up against the rubber right there and goes right in there. Now it covers up that opening pretty well, and what it does, it stays in there using 2 of your original Torx bits. So we're just going to do it here right now for you real quick. I'm just going to start it up with my fingers. That's what I always recommend you guys do. Start with your fingers, because you don't want to actually go in there on an angle and strip anything. And what you're going to see is that it fits, looks like it fits pretty darn flush. And the black, even with the silver, you know, you've got black trim on here, so it actually is going to kind of fit in. And as you can see, you just have to finger tighten it until you get to the end, and then get your T40 bit out, and you go ahead and tighten it up. So it's a pretty quick and easy install. Uses 2 of the 3 screws. Just make sure you don't lose the other screw in case you ever decide to put your side view mirrors back on. You want to hang on to that. I would recommend putting it back into the side view mirror so you always know where it is. Okay, I'm just going to do it one more time, make sure everything's taut. Good. And then you just get the rubber, make sure it goes right on in there. Make sure these go in here as well. Okay, that's in there good. Now, moment of truth, we'll close the door, see how it looks. In fact, we're going to even roll up the window. And there you go. This is the filler from Cybertruck. It's carved out around your rubber molding over here. It covers the entire opening so you won't have any water intrusion. Looks like a solid solution, and it blends with the tinted window. And this is something, like I'd said, with the side view mirror, again, first check with your state, make sure you're legal, and second is try it out for a couple weeks. What you're going to find out is you're going to rely on looking at your 17-inch monitor almost all the time now, because in the past you're looking to the sides and your brain's going to be retrained, and now you're going to look towards the screen. So when I drive my wife's Model 3, it's a little different because I'm still used to looking towards the screen. But the good thing is it does have the side view camera on there when I have the directional on. But you have to get into the habit of always using your directionals. Don't just change lanes without putting your directional on so you can have that camera for that look, because you don't have that mirror anymore, okay? Now, everyone has their own opinion, but I think the look, the sleek look without the side view mirror, to me, it just looks sexier. It just, it looks more futuristic, and this truck is futuristic. So why not go with the flow? Now, that's my opinion. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your questions, and we'll follow up. But also, too, I probably should have led with this, is the 13.2.7 update for FSD. My Test Studio rear view dash cam is now working. Just took one more reboot. A lot of people are noticing the wiper issue still happens. I've noticed it almost went away. I think it's happened once or twice in the last week. I've noticed a huge reduction on that. So I think 13.2.7 fix for FSD was exactly what the doctor ordered. But again, some people are still saying they're getting the wiper coming on all the time. Always remember to calibrate your cameras and keep your cameras clean, and that'll also help you out as well. So as always, like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna see you again tomorrow from Mark of the Cyberbeast.